after a lot of technical difficulties and a lot of days trying to get this thing, trying to get the podcast back running. We finally back, man. What's good, man? Miss y'all. There's been a lot going on with me. Uh, we going a little bit of a different direction today. I've been working hard on a lot of projects, so that's why I haven't been doing my lives, and I put the show kind of on a pause a little bit. But I'm semi back, if it makes sense. We talking about THF Bezu 051, um, a 20-year conflict. Let's call it. Let's title it that, man. Um, this is a war that, let me tell you guys, right? I started looking at life different. I'm a little bit older now. I've been doing this for a long time. Some of y'all just meeting me, and this is a new channel. Um, Shout out. Let me get my shout out. Shout out to X Man Rico, 16 Shot and Visuals, and the wonderful people of YouTube. Let's turn this on. Um, I guess this year we're gonna start. We're gonna do our first stream off of my PC. I want to say maybe this weekend. Maybe we're gonna start. We're gonna try that out. See how that works. That's because I want to give you guys more. I'm gonna be doing more reaction based. I mean, this is a reaction channel, period. But maybe if I'm streaming, y'all can see me. Maybe that'll be something that could bring attention to the channel, or I don't know. But anyway, yeah, man, missed y'all. Been a lot going on. Um, so let's get into the nitty gritty of the situation. 051 Young Money, CHF 46 or 44, whichever one you want to say. Two polarizing figures in the drill culture. Um, like I said, the reason why I kind of broke down that I changed a lot in a lot of ways, because I look at things so different. Like, I look at the podcast different. Like, at first we wanted it to make it this about drill, but it's not only about drill. It's about a lot. It's about everything in the culture. But drill is the anchor for the podcast. But it's not only about drill. So with that, but um, more than just drill music, I'm into the drill story. I'm into the drill characters and everything that comes along with it. But I mean, hip hop is just one form of drill. Hip hop has so many forms of hip hop, but this is hip hop and drill, you know, and music and sports. It's the culture period. But you know, what I'm trying to articulate is this whole. I started doing things different towards the channel. I started seeing. Um, I wanted more quality over quantity. So I just was working on my craft and working on a lot of different things. But with that being said, I started looking into this 051 Young Money War closely for this very live. I want to say a couple days ago. Like I said, I'm doing things different. I don't want to just give you guys. I don't want to just make up something in my head and just pop up and start talking about it. I said, you know what? Let me. I want to. I knew about the war, but I never really looked into it. I never really. You know, Part of being a YouTuber, part of being a podcaster, a journalist is different, right? For us, and let me tell you why I think it's a little bit different. It's because it's because when you look at a situation, look how McDonald and fast food all topics are right now in life. We get a topic, we hear about it, and it's just going for another topic because it's news coming continuously. And the same goes with hip hop. The same goes with sports news, hip hop news, or whatever. But basically, what I'm trying to allude to is, um, when I started doing this 051 Young Money CHF, just doing research on how I was gonna do the live, and how I was gonna start, just doing my due diligence and learning info on both factions. Like I said, we know about the Mellies, we know about the Zoos, but when you look into, I look into the story, I look into the people, and when I want to give kudos to Chicago Scene '88. Um, I checked out the Bezu story earlier, and I didn't watch it with you guys because I didn't know. Like I said, I want to go another direction, and I don't know if I watch interviews with you guys, but I don't know if me doing a stream without showing my face and doing a stream with us just looking at the screen and them reading it. I didn't know if that would be something that would be entertaining enough to make about the full live. So what I did was, when I got back home this morning, I mean this particular Bezu live came out. I mean this particular Bezu story came out 3 months ago, but I'm just watching it today. So it does. So when I tell you guys that a majority of the content that I watch is only for the podcast, I really mean that. That's why I'm glad YouTube. That's why I'm glad that people at YouTube pay attention to what's going on with the platform, because for me to get penalized or strike for anything as far as um, anything that's not pertaining to music being played, I would definitely be not happy, because this podcast is only for reacting to things. That's only what we're here for the most part. Um, so that would have me really peeved. Like, we here to react to things, but I do want to make sure that I do want to make sure that I do want to make sure that it doesn't come off to other content creators when I use the clips of. I mean, I don't think so. I like the new direction that YouTube and the YouTube in these YouTube streets. I like how the new YouTube rules are really working out, because we don't want creators or content creators getting unnecessary strikes for things they're not doing or trying to do, especially if somebody's getting in trouble and they're not trying to do nothing nefarious. That's a waste of time. So yeah, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, I had time to look into this whole Bezu story, look into the whole this, well, the live is about 051 and let me turn it down. 051 and THF. I keep forgetting THF name. And I was thinking maybe I'm not gonna lie to you. The interview was very good, man. Very good. It was a lot of things I learned about Bezu that I didn't know. It's sad that it takes somebody dying for us to give them recognition. And it's right now what we're doing as far as the whole Bezu story is something a little bit left field from what we normally do. But I want to make sure that if I'm gonna do the right now, I'm just going through something personal. And if I'm gonna continue to do the podcast and not make money, and a lot of people not show support, then I gotta do something to make me want to do it. So I want to find stories that's polarizing and that really push the envelope as far as the narrative, the current narrative we have as far as drill goes. So yeah, Chicago Scene '88. This was a real good documentary they had about Zoo. It's a lot right now. We're gonna be doing y'all know how I do. And for those of you who don't, I want to make this maybe I want to make this a two-part podcast. We're gonna be doing two parts because there's so much. If it's a 20-year conflict, I don't think um, one show will give it justice. So we're gonna be talking about this for 2 episodes. And I mean, so far, as far as the podcast goes, we've been having a lot of Young Money episodes. One about Wu, one about Melly. So we've been talking a lot about 051. They're not a stranger to this podcast. Um, I'm trying to think. Should I play back? I didn't watch all of it, but I stopped watching it too. I stopped watching it when I stopped watching it to so much towards the end. I don't know if it would make sense to put it on with you guys here. Um, I know they did have a Lil Law. We could check out something maybe with Lil Law. And shout out to Safe to Speak podcast. um, so I was trying to do a couple lives, and I was blaming YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. I was cursing y'all out. I was blaming y'all. It wasn't YouTube fault. I had to learn a little bit more. Like, hey, I pulled the Charleston White. I was talking out of my ass, and I didn't know what I was talking about. So I was blaming YouTube for something that wasn't YouTube's fault. I had to do my homework, do my due diligence, and I found out what the problem was, and I fixed it, and now I could do lives because I couldn't do lives at all. At least not how I regularly do them. So let's go to Safe to Speak podcast. And this whole podcast is gonna be about everything 051 THF, a 20-year conflict, um, and I want to say that if I go back to Chicago Scene '88, I should have wrote with the timestamps was. We're gonna go back to a little bit of that Beizou Chicago Scene '88 tomorrow on the next episode when I can do the timestamps and we could narrow down some very very intriguing parts that I want to go over with you guys. But for now, this whole episode, I really want to catch up with you guys. I've been trying to do lives and get back going for a couple days now, and we everything was stopping us, bro. So yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy. I feel like the only way we can really do our lives is in the is at really really late. Is where I live at is the area I live at is just so loud, bro. It's impossible to do anything. Um, so I'm trying to think how much of this episode I watched. I ain't gonna hold you up though. I stopped watching a little bit of the episode. I stopped watching a lot of this episode because I said it would be better to watch it for the show. Um, so let's get a little bit into it, man.
Like, yeah, I can do this shit. So I would me and Chris J made another song called Twitter Beat. Y'all look that shit up. We made a song called Twitter Beat. I got booked right after that. You feel me? So like, even when I first got locked up, I wasn't rapping and shit because I was so into thinking they finna try to lose a motherfucker. So after that, after I got out of that shit, I started getting high in that bitch, getting out the nanas and shit. I started writing shit. I started writing. Me and my homie Dope Boy Free Dope, he was in the cell with me. I made some crazy shit. He like, yeah. He like, you got it. He like, you got it. And I ain't gonna lie, I was just kept playing with that shit. And now I just feel like I mastered that shit in a way like, you know what I'm saying, where it just makes sense for me now.
Yeah, for sure, because you definitely got it. So, did somebody ever call you for AA and then stand on business like how you would have stand on business? You like, hell no, I ain't fucking with that.
Like, what you mean?
Like, okay, I had a situation. I'll be putting my shit on here where a relative called me like, yeah, such and such is finna go down. Then I get there and they go down and they run and leave me there.
Yeah.
You ever had some shit like that?
I don't know. I can't think out back. Not if I can think of it though. Not that I can think of motherfucking do some whole ass shit.
Just got left you and to do it yourself. You know, just left you. But they called you.
No, I can't think of nothing like that. I ain't gonna lie. I love that about my homie. Them boys ain't no hoes. You hear me? They ain't doing no bitch ass shit. We gonna handle it. No, I ain't gonna lie. I can't think of nothing.
I'm saying like young, growing up, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know
like,
exactly what you're saying. No, I can't think of nothing like that though. I ain't gonna lie. A motherfucker I called me and they ain't know nothing when I get there or some shit like that. Hell no.
Okay, you ever so you got industry friends and stuff. So now, so you ever met somebody who was like in the industry like, damn, dude, a real nigga.
Hell yeah, 21 Savage.
21 Savage.
21 Savage, man. Hell yeah.
And what about like somebody you met in the industry like, man?
Hell no. I ain't gonna lie, brother. I swear to God, I don't give a fuck who get offended by this shit or who feel away about this shit for me saying this shit, brother. Listen. When it comes to the industry, bro, on the rap industry, the music wave for real, and by me being around a lot, then every rapper, like I done been next to every rapper type shit. Like I ain't gonna say I overkicked and hung with all these niggas, but I done been around niggas, so it's like You feel me? And I'm not taking y'all ain't gotta take this no way neither, my homie, no. You feel me? But I'm just saying though, like on the wide scale for like and I'm talking about real niggas though.
Mm-hmm.
Herb, 21 Savage, um, man, I swear the list ain't that long, man.
Damn.
You hear me? I ain't trying to exclude nobody. I'm just saying that, and I'm speaking from a personal standpoint too, opinion. But I'm validating this shit amongst the churches too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about wide scale too. I'm
Like
about,
big scale of
I'm
artists.
talking about big real
industry.
Stand up niggas. Yeah, it ain't that many, bro.
Just two.
Oh, T
Grizzly.
T. And none of y'all don't be thinking because these niggas fuck with me neither. I'm talking about as far as with like with everything around with how they fuck with other people though. I ain't gonna lie, baby.
Lil Baby?
Lil Baby.
Or The Baby?
Lil Baby. I ain't never been around The Baby. I don't really know The Baby.
Right.
That's it though, man. But
Damn.
real niggas though, I'm gonna get it. My personal. I'm gonna get
What about
Herb.
one? Give me one. You ain't gonna give me one fuck nigga like that ain't like, well, not even a fuck nigga, just somebody like, damn, he disappointed me, man. Like
Boston Richie.
for real.
Hey, alright, man. So, shout out to Safe to Speak podcast. As I get, let me sit closer so you, because I don't have no microphone. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I gotta get a lot of stuff for the podcast, bro. I'm gonna have to. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a cash app up so maybe we can get some donations. Let me see. So I'm scared to press it. I'm scared to touch this phone, man. Yeah, man. I be trying to see messages, but I can't see them all the time. That's why I be wanting to stream off my phone. But yeah, let me tell you though. I paused this because I want to be real with y'all, right? Um, my YouTube journey this time has been the wildest one as of yet. It's been the funnest one as of yet. It's been the craziest one as of yet. But let me tell you, right? I had to do some soul searching. I had to do soul searching to see if I was going to continue this particular channel because um, I just been diving into this other things, and I was gonna make another channel about other things. But anyway, I had to fall back in love with hip hop, bro. I'm not. I had to start like I gotta start listening to Little Law music. I never really gave him an ear. Never gave G Baby much of an ear. I gave probably Bezu more of an ear than I did Dumb. But I've just been getting more into hip hop as far as where this started and where it's going and why I do this. And it's not just for, you know, it's not just for I felt like we lost sight of a lot of crucial things, and me myself, I'm a part of that. So I'm definitely gonna check out more Lil Law, uh what he got going on. And yeah, I think in this interview, I watched a lot of this interview without y'all. I wasn't gonna give it much of a I was gonna actually scrap the idea and go with another idea. I wasn't gonna do the THF 051, but then I started to say, if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna continue to do this podcast, what angle do I want to talk about that's really real? That's something that means something, not just we know about the violence, but let me tell you, at my age, I started looking into the story, and the Bezu story was was very was his story was one thing good about Chicago Scene 88. Shout out to them. The way they did the story, it was real. It was good the way they did the story because and you know what I might do? I might even want mine some of it because I didn't finish it. But let me tell you, right? I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna just do. Maybe I'll read the transcript and I'll look at some of the most important parts of Chicago Scene 88's interview, so you guys won't have to sit through the I guess not the boring parts, but the parts for the people that seen the interview already, and for the people that don't want to sit through the that slow reading. Some people it's not for everybody, and I don't know who it is or who it's not for, but just for me to give respect for the people that don't want to sit through it. I guess when I'm by myself and doing my other projects that I'll be doing a little bit today, I'll do it, read the transcript, and I'll just point out the most important parts to the interview, and we can go over it. And part two, because we're gonna make this a 2-part live. Like we're not gonna shorten the live. It's just gonna be 2 parts because, like I said, um, we've been covering a little conflict. I don't think we haven't been covering the conflict, between 051 and CHF that much from the channel, but I'm not trying to highlight the violence. I'm not trying to get clout. I'm more so. I was diving into the story just because the main reason I'm diving into the story because it kind of hit me like, damn, like this is a war that's still going on to this very day, and the fact that we could die and this war still be going on in some type of way, I think that's why I say this a polarizing topic, and these two gangs are the most polarizing gangs, and in Chicago to a certain degree just because of the amount of pain that they put in on each other and the other gangs, but mostly each other. And yeah. So let's get back into the interview, man.
Yeah. Man, see about some Richie out here getting pig legs, man. We ain't gonna come on now. Look, first
man,
like
females
this.
say anything man, you know these people.
I'm also gonna just point this out. I mean, okay, when you're doing business, everything is not everything. You can't do everything you want to do. But the fact that they brought up, I think they brought this up already. The whole fact that you know, dude was asking Lil Lord why Dirk never picked him up, and his answer was, his answer. He didn't give a direct answer, but he didn't give a bad answer either. Basically, it's like everything don't work out the way people want it to. Basically, so I thought that was eye catching.
Bro, I look, brother. Listen, this real shit. Alright, bitch will say anything. I know, cause I'm the victim of a bitch saying anything. Look, no, I'm serious. I know a bitch will say anything, so I'm not even a nigga that gonna just go out with no bitch saying.
Yeah.
But, brother, she's showing nah, for real. She's showing she buying the shit and telling fool I'm on the way with the shit. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, man. I can't even.
I'm just saying, it's like this, then like that. Alright, it ain't just him. That's no fuck niggas. It's a couple fuck niggas. But look, I'm just speaking on him. Alright, I'm speaking on him specifically. You already over talked to the police in the police station. You feel me?
Damn, I ain't know that.
You already over talked to 12 in the station. Like, so it's like, alright, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. See, by me really sitting, and I watched the interview. I watched the whole interview with him talking to the police. I'm like, he finessing them people though. Like, I'm not agreeing with what he did, how he sat down and talked to them, but I'm like, he throwing them in circles.
The finesse is just to shut the fuck up. That's the finesse.
But I'm saying what he did. See, this what as us as men, we gotta do this too though. We gotta be real. See, what niggas do is, and it always be the niggas that will not be in the situation that they're judging. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if you ain't been in this, if you ain't, you see what I'm saying? I don't feel like a nigga should say what they would do, because you don't know what you would do. You wasn't in this position. You don't know what facts you will have. You don't know what angle you could work, because you ain't been in that situation.
I ain't gonna lie.
So,
not to cut you off. I can't think of no other angle.
Listen what I'm saying though. Listen what I'm saying. So it can make sense. I'm not saying this for nobody to feel like it's cool to even go in there and say nothing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm speaking on, and in this situation, it can be situations where he not seeing nothing about nobody. You get what I'm saying? This the way he land to walk out that bitch. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's cool, but you gotta understand this nigga implicate people that don't exist. So it's like, what we gonna say here, rat? Because we can't do that. We can't say here, rat. He ain't telling nobody because he sat down and talked to the police gang. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they make it cool, but he sat down and talked to the police and told them nothing or spent their ass around. He really didn't incriminate himself by doing that shit type shit. You saying that he bogus? He's a rat because he sat down and finessed the police? I'm saying with any situation. I'm not even just speaking on Boss Richie. I'm saying with niggas, and police come talk to a nigga, yeah, what the bam, man, we'll holler at you. The right thing to do is I want my lawyer. But guess what though? They can make a decision from you on your lawyer. They can make a decision and be like, all right, charge his ass. You feel me? A motherfucker go sit in there and talk. The car, they want to talk.
I've been watching this interview. Piece by piece. Yeah, man. I ain't watching no Vlad because he gonna definitely strike you. I'm scared to watch his stuff. I'm trying to see what we could maybe we could react to Trench's news. Hey, he was talking about something. I ain't get a chance to the part of he had a stream, but I ain't get a chance to hear the part of the stream I wanted to about Cash. He made a video, and I want to react to that. Shout out Trench's News. We had a little differences, but man, life is too short, man. Shout out to him. He wanted to go to this thing, and we might react to. I don't want him to strike me. I don't want him to strike me because I'm already not making money off this as it is. But I just want to react to. I just want to hear what he's talking about, and maybe we could react to it, man. So maybe we know what I don't want him to strike me, so I'm just gonna turn the picture off, and I'm just gonna play the video, and let y'all hear it, and when it's over, I'll put the picture back on.
You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you can support me. Make sure you smash the like. And follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 383. Oh! It's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods and wrenches. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. Mother Nature could come destroy everything, and now you're homeless, so make sure you get back. The kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and severe. It's Tuesday, y'all. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Remember, CPD can't save you or your local police department, so make sure you're aware of your surroundings and know where your kids are. All right, y'all, I got 2 stories for y'all on this Tuesday. First story we talking about is FBG Cash, man, and the role that CPD played in his murder, or possibly the role that CPD could have played in this murder. But they were under investigation, and the people since then, the officers, they quit. So we got to talk about that, and we talking about Lil Durk mother. Expose all, man, who was riding with Lil Durk, and she said once Lil Durk got locked up for the murder for hire, everybody pulled out. All the skybox seats and everything, man. Everybody just turned their back on it, man. We got to talk about that. So make sure y'all smash that like button so this video get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook, Market, AJ, he hooked it up. Smash that hype button and that like button. I will be going live tonight, and I'm dropping another video, man, on Gyro City Lil Mikey, man. Make sure y'all there at 6 o'clock. All right, y'all. So first story we talking about is Lil Durk mother, man. Lil Durk mother did an interview. It was a dope interview. Said everybody was like, it ain't about or you ain't. Now, you might not believe that CPD be involved, but hey, look, CPD was taking money on the low end. A guy by the name of Ronald Watts. All you got to do is Google this man. He was like the guy off the wire. He pulling up to the project buildings, telling them to shut down over the intercom, over the police speaker. Hey, y'all need to shut down. Hey, when they bring out the brown paper bag of money to drug dealers, hey, you can ask anybody from the low end. It's real. Hey, he will then get the garbage, get the bag out the garbage can, because they'll throw it in the garbage. They ain't just hanging it to him. And then once he get it, he get in his car, he count it, him and 6 more cars behind him, bro. He be like, hey, execution back working. Hey, Rooster, start hollering out the dope lines. You hear me? And then pull off. Hey, he got my mama arrested. He couldn't get me. I robbed one of the hobos and a couple of more guys that on his payroll. And he kept on coming to houses that I was at. Kennedy, yes. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about FBG Cash, Trenchman. Talking about his case. The girl that was with Cash, she ain't had nothing to do with it, man. I'm telling y'all right now. The girl, Wendy Williams, the one who looked like Wendy Williams, she had nothing to do with Cash being killed. She was also hit. Ain't nobody sitting in no car while you flaming and you know they coming. Just like with the 800 TJ situation. They was blaming the guy 650 Lil Mike for setting him up, him and his sister. Now his sister in the car sleep off Zans or whatever she was off. And he up in the car and then somebody trail them and shoot at them. You think somebody gonna be risking it to go 160 in a car and the other car going 160 trying to catch you and they shooting at y'all? Ain't nobody doing that, man. Hey, look, I'll pull over at McDonald's, get out like I'm going to get a burger or something, and you kill them. You know, that is that simple. You know, but CPD is and was being investigated. You heard it right here first, man. FBG Cash, he been gone for a long time now, a lot of years, and yeah, the feds picked it up right away, and we've been wondering. Hey, look, don't underestimate it. Y'all think that, oh man, they ain't locked nobody up yet or none of that. You see how they just came with a 2019.
Alright, let me stop here. I don't want to play too much of this shit. Shout out to Trenches News. I'm gonna get off his. I'm gonna react to what we just heard just now, though. Cash, man. I think Cash, like I said, I think I don't want to sound redundant. I said this before. I don't, I think Cash, I think Cash was trying to take rap serious, but the whole situation with Dirk, it was a bad time. It was a horrible time for Cash to start dishing Dirk and his brother. You know, Dirk is an artist, but during that time, you know, Dirk was definitely on his street more. Dirk was more on some street timing than some industry timing. You know, it's times that Dirk was on the industry timing, but this wasn't one of the times. So it was bad. That was bad timing on Cash part. Like, you know, that was bad timing on Cash part as far as dissing Dirk and the way he went about it. Like, but how could Cash have known? Because I think Cash, that situation with Cash, this is falling after this situation with Cash. Cash is coming after the what's dude name Fat Shorty's slaying. So I think that's when people was trying to say Cash stole money from Fat Shorty or whatever. Um, um, I want to say this is what I honestly feel about Cash during that time. I feel like Cash after going after so many lengthy jail stints, after missing out on so much of the drill era, because let me tell you, Cash missed out on a lot of the drill era from being locked up from a lot of robberies. So this is essentially why he was kind of one of the last man standing, and it's why his death was so sad because like I said, this is what I was about to say before I cut my own stuff off. After Fat Shorty's killing and after him being in the game for so long, maybe he did take the money. But this is what I want to say about the whole FBG Cash and the this is what I want to say about the whole FBG Cash money situation. Hold on. Yeah, so let me just break down a little bit of the FBG cash situation a little bit. So as far as the FBG cash situation goes, he was blamed for stealing the money that him and Fat Shorty was making together, allegedly. But I always felt like this: how could FBG Cash be accused of stealing money that him and Fat Shorty made? Like, no matter I felt like him and Big Dale came to an agreement some sort of way, because you notice like that whole or maybe they didn't come to agreement. I don't know if they came to agreement, but like I said, after Fat Shorty died and G Skinny got killed, FBG Cash probably was saying, you know what, I'm gonna lean on my career and take this rap thing serious and leave the streets alone to a certain extent, you know. But like I said, all right, right. I just turned it off. Okay, so thank you YouTube, thank you for that at least. They let me know like I almost got in trouble for keep playing that, but it wasn't, the sound wasn't even on. But I guess you can't even play the video, so we detected the video in your stream belongs to someone else. All right, so I just turned it off. I just turned it off. It's not that serious, man. Cash people gotta do better. Yeah, I don't want to say that. They got people be going hard, bro. But it's a business, and they made a lot of money. Hey, I ain't gonna trip. When you look into the whole when you look into this whole YouTube or this whole how I say it, I know how the FBG family and how they operate in the background. They definitely made a lot of money off. They definitely made a lot of money off their material, and they don't play around when it comes to they work. So I know how they operate. So I'm not surprised or tripping. I shouldn't have even. I really just wanted a picture of him, dude. I just wanted a picture of him, bro. So we can just leave that. I just wanted a picture, bro. It's not that serious, man. I just wanted a picture, bro. I don't want them to add me to their own to their allow list. Oh man, that's wild. You gotta get to, oh wow. That's cool though. That's not, I ain't tripping about that. That's fair. I just wanted a picture at the end of the day. I didn't want to make trouble. So yeah, so back to what I was saying though. FBG Cash picked a bad time to diss Dirt, but I really feel like Cash Cash wanted to leave it on wax. I don't think Cash wanted to really have beef with Dirt. I think Cash was really trying to leave the streets alone and take his craft serious. And since Dirt was in the game for so long, he probably figured that, you know. But I think it was the wrong time, and it was the wrong time for him to do that. So we gonna get off of Cash, man. R.I.P. to him, man. R.I.P. to Cash, man. Get off that, man. Yeah, man. Cash was cool though, bro. Cash was cool, man. More Cash, more Cash. I'm not even putting his name on here. I ain't even putting his name on here, man. We coming up on the hour. This is the hour. We're only doing the hour, man. We only do the hour. I got things to do soon anyway, bro. I don't get paid from YouTube, so I can't be here forever. My streams are only an hour, but I will be doing them more, and we will be I will be streaming more though. I will be streaming more. Definitely want to put on music. But yeah, man. It's gonna be a two-part podcast. When we the next podcast we have, I'm gonna definitely have more of my facts down as far as the 051. Oh, what's this? Let me see this. I don't know who this is. I don't want to get in no more trouble
Let
with
me
it.
raise my son now. That's all I really care about. Like it's just like I want to be able to raise my child, have fun with him. I want to go places with him. Like I don't go places with my son. Like I don't go to the park. I don't go like amusement parks, restaurants. I don't do that with my son. Like, cause I don't want like anybody to see me out. People call in on me. Now people outside waiting on me to come out. They don't care about my kid. Feel me? So I'm not even gonna involve my child in that. But it could possibly be he can get hurt. It's like a chance where he can get hurt and I don't get hurt. Now I gotta live with that. But if like I can live with me, well, if I die, I die. But I don't want my child get hurt. Period. And I want to be able to raise him and be able to do fun things with him and like be a father basically.
Think about marriage?
Yeah, for sure. I want to get married. Yeah, I want to get married
Sooner or later.
later.
Bro, let me tell you, as a married man, nigga, let me tell you, bro,
Yeah.
it's hard, bro.
Hey, you know what, man? Let's pick this off. It's perfect. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a two-part a two-part episode, man. I'm just sitting here saying that, like, it's sad that he can't even go to the park. It's sad because of a war that started so long ago. It seems like it's not even dying down. Like the battles that we choose to fight as Black people. Um, how I say it, right? Because like I said, I'm at an age where I think of everything so different. Now, what I will say is this: I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be blind to the fact that I'm not gonna be blind to the fact that during my time doing real extensive research and really be trying to become a journalist and doing not just doing a YouTube, not just being a YouTuber who reacts to content, but also being a journalist. You know, even though 051 might be the more favorited gang or the more celebrated gang in the conflict between THF and 051, if that's just my assessment of just being judging it. I mean, judging their war. THF actually started the war with 051, and I don't want to really get into. I don't really want to get into that part of things, but um, like I said, out of all the wars, this has definitely been one of the more long-lasting ones, and I'll bring it up because, like I said, 051 Wu, when he died, that affected me deeply. Like, and just for a plethora of reasons, and I'm gonna give you a few. So, man, I'm really an idiot. Like, I'm gonna tell you why. I was under the influence that Wu, I don't want to say was gonna get a pass, but anybody who really followed the drill era. I mean, well, I follow hip hop period, but anybody who followed this part of hip hop, as far as the drill scene goes, know that 051 Wu just graduated from some type of school. Um, Now, what I did find out after Wu's passing was he was the so-called so quote unquote general of 051 or Melliway, whichever one you want to say. And but let me tell you, right? There was a post made. There was a post made. Hold on one second. Shit. There was a post made. There was a post made a little bit after Bezu was unalive, and O51 Wu said something to the effect of, I hope Allah is pleased with you. And I want to keep it real with y'all. I want to keep it real with all of y'all, right? That was a cryptic post, and I don't think none of us will know if he was sincere or not, or if he was trolling. But a lot of people lean towards trolling, and I kind of did too, in a way. I love Wu though. I never met him, but I loved his personality, and I seen it's sad. Like I was really saddened by Wu's death, just because um the bad thing about being human, or the bad thing about let me tell you the bad thing about being human, right? Or I'm gonna tell you the bad thing about myself, because I don't want to say about. I'm gonna say the bad thing about myself, because you guys, we all different. I don't want to say about being human. When you only see the good, when you only see the good part of people, or when sometimes me, I'm so blind. I only see the things I want to see. Like when I see, like and the bad thing about me is I see good, and I see the good part of all people, or I see the good in all things. That is, I'm naive. I'm naive to things that's right in my face, right? So this is the bad part about me, and this is the reason why I haven't been uploading, I haven't been making videos, I haven't been streaming as much, because I think about life so different now, and I've been soul searching, and I have to be real with myself, right? Wu was a killer also though, but so many times in life we want to find a hero, and we want to find the good guy and the bad guy. That I'm a victim of that also. I'm a victim of being biased also. I mean, I'm guilty of being biased also, and I had to stop making videos and streaming, because I said, if I'm gonna be a real journalist and come and talk to you guys, I can't do that. So during the course of me, I've been started making this project, but like I said, we had a lot of technical difficulties. But just as far as what I was gonna even talk about, um, I found myself making certain people good guys and bad guys, and there is no good guys and bad guys. But in the past, I was kind of being a hypocrite, because I was saying there is no good guys and bad guys. But in the podcast, we was I was championing certain people, maybe unbeknownst to myself, or maybe on purpose. But I don't want to do that, because when I watch the documentary, and the more I do research on this war, the more I see that is just like I'm not gonna lie, right? Before the podcast ends, we got a few more minutes to go. We got about 10, 15 more minutes to go. After I watched the Bezu documentary, because I've never been a huge fan of Bezu, but I always had respect for him. After I watched the Bezu documentary, I was definitely sad. I don't want to say sad, but I definitely was like, wow, man. Like, um, now that I'm doing extensive, I, like I said, when you do it real, when you do real deep research on the topic, it starts to be like, wow, like, okay, I never looked at it like that, and I never thought about it like that. When you start seeing how people grow up, and seeing, the bad things that happen to them, or they ups and downs, separately, and then you get the build up to the two parties eventual conflict, that when they gonna go head to head, that's a whole another story in itself. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, while I've been doing this research on the whole 051 um, THF uh, beef for the last 20 years, or war, should I say? I think beef. I want to take that back. Beef would be an understatement. Let's say war, and it maybe not 2 decades, but maybe I want to say 2 decades, but maybe, but it's almost 2 decades if I'm wrong. Um, damn, what I was gonna say. Damn, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So like I said, it's doing like I said, the more the more I've been doing research on this, the more I was just like, damn, like this is it's no win. It's really no winners and no losers. It's nothing. Nothing is funny. It, I didn't. I mean, like I said, I understood. I understood the severity of. I understood the severity of the war, but maybe not as much as I thought I did. Once because you see things, but then when it's a difference between seeing something and then reading about the same thing for an extensive amount of days. Like I said, I've started doing this whole 051 CHF research on their war for maybe about 4 days now, 4.5 days now, I think. I didn't plan for it to be this long, but I said, you know what? I wanna really look into this because, like I said, the Wu the death of 051 Wu made my eyes open a little bit wider, and it's sad that maybe in American society, I feel like definitely in American society, or maybe it's just myself. I don't want to speak for all Americans. I don't want to speak for all everybody on this podcast in the drill community. But what I will say is, it took a death. It took his death to really make me say, wow, this is because like I said, I was still I was under the impression that um that THF war with 051 was gonna be something of the past, and it was over to a certain degree. I didn't think it would still keep going. And what I wanna and you wanna I'm gonna say this. I hope oh 05 I mean I hope Wu didn't give the green light to go get Zoo and then it came back just to get him. Because if it did, that would be like wow, like that's the epitome of the streets. you know. And this channel is not about this channel is not about telling somebody to do right or wrong. This channel is not about making somebody the good guy or the bad guy. This channel is more so about just I want to say pointing out behaviors and just pointing out. I don't even know at this point. Because like I said, I'm guilty of being kind of biased in past episodes in the past period about a lot of these situations as far as how I was um, reporting stories and etc. And I had to stop. Well, one just to learn more about just to learn more about just to learn my craft better, but also to be a better journalist to you guys. So um, I didn't plan to be looking into the 051 CHF war for 4 days so far. But one thing I can say is um, I know that in life you gotta have good and bad, but and everybody can't get along. I know that, but all these guys are super talented, and it's just like I said, all these guys are super talented, and until I started doing the research on this topic like extensively, you get so much information as far as the internet goes so fast that you just get you're gonna hear an update about this and hear an update about that. But when you just when you're a journalist and then you get all of these topics and put them in one big bunch and see that they're connected, it's like damn, you know. Uh, not trying to end the podcast on a sad note. I'm not trying to end the podcast on a sad note though. Yeah, man. So that was a dope little clip from I don't know who do this. Nazi Productions. Shout out to him. See what else before we get out of here. Maybe we could catch something before we get out of here. Kid on J Main. All right. Oh man. Matter of fact, since we just had this little since we just had a little since we just had a little situation with being almost getting in trouble for being blocked. What's this? Why my keypad changed? What's this? I don't like this. Even though this kind of teaching you how to type better, but they got the they got the F on one side, the H on one side. So no jumper, man. I'm gonna be getting into the no jumper iceberg also, bro. The no jumper shenanigans. I just be feeling like, I mean, I know that this whole content game is funny, bro. This whole content game is funny. Sometimes I'll be wanna the things I want to do versus the things that I'm doing. It's just two different things. But yeah, man, no jumper, man. They be wild on there, and they had a situation yesterday with Spody Face and J Hood, man, and they was getting their coon on for real, bro. So yeah, man. And we could maybe get into a clip. We could maybe get into a clip of this before we go. Hold up. Let me back it up a little more.
Read, man. Oh.
And I want to talk. You know what though? All right, man. I feel like I'm always fessing somebody up. I'm always I'm always giving somebody the belt, man. But strangely, I told y'all I strangely don't have no beef with Adam. I actually like Adam, even though he's a cuck, even though he wants to say the word, he has the urge to say the word nigger so bad, but he should just get it out because it's not that big of a deal. He wants to be lush. That's the salute. A no jumper joke if you actually watch the show. Even though he does a lot of goofy shit, I like Adam, and I'm gonna tell you why I like Adam. Right? He gives a lot of people chances that other people won't give people, and a lot of you guys don't know how long getting a chance in this industry or getting a chance in this day and age goes. So, and one thing about Adam that I like, what he reminds me of myself, he's listen, right? Sometimes I say, right, I hate him for not being that serious, but then I say to myself, it's good that he's not that serious because all of this shit is just content to him. You see him have a fallout with somebody, and then you'll see him get right back with them, and I like that. Like it's not that serious, bro. So we're gonna watch this clip before we go. We're gonna watch this clip, and this is gonna be J Hood is. Oh, so for those of you who know what's going on, J Hood is Whack 100's homeboy. Whack 100 put Aunt Hefe on in a lot of ways, and I guess eventually that led to him getting on No Jumper. Well, matter of fact, Aunt Hefe got on No Jumper on the strength of Whack 100. So, um, J Hood, the dude that's about to come on right now, is cool with Whack 100, and Whack 100 and Aunt Hefe had a falling out. So, the dude that's on right now, J Hood, he's speaking on behalf of Whack, and him and Sporty Face about to get into it. We're gonna watch this clip before we get out of here. I just don't want to end the clip on a sad note. Um, and before we watch this clip, I just want to give y'all a look that how you see how the stream got a little bit of sad for a little bit. That's how I was That's how I was after I really was getting into the Bezu documentary and just a little bit about just getting into deep research about the whole 051 THF conflict. It left me kind of like down, you know. Excuse me. It left me down, and that's why I said before we end the stream, let's at least watch something that's it's not real positive, but I don't want to leave I don't want to leave the stream on a blah like sad note, like you know. Anyway, let's go.
questions you have for us about in Hefe? I know this is a big deal for you. You never known somebody who caught a murder charge.
And I will be covering. I will be uploading more, but I will be uploading more. We will be covering no jumper attack antics. We will be covering more there's deep issues if that makes sense. Not bullshit. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to 16 Shining Visuals. Shout out to X-Man Rico. And we're gonna watch the clip and then we're gonna get out of here.
For us, it's regular. We do
You
this
never
all the
read
time.
about who caught a murder charge?
Was it your daddy in jail?
18, so this is kind of new.
I mean, 18 when I was
I ain't gonna lie.
everybody in the county
Boy, he
jail
wasn't
was
that
one murder.
reckless like you.
I know one person, like, he shot his brother in the head on accident, and then they dropped the charges. That's about it.
They dropped the charges?
They dropped, yeah, because it was an accident.
If you get off,
They trade gangster business.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like nobody should have been reporting that.
I fast forwarded a little bit. I don't want to play. I'm not gonna play all of the clip. We're gonna play just the important parts.
People saying it's a DP, that make it premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
That make it first degree murder. If you talk about his first degree, if you said it's DP, that mean it happened. That mean it was orchestrated. He was talking about it.
Oh, so I don't mean to keep stopping the clip because we were supposed to be out of here 10 minutes ago, well now 11 minutes ago. But let me tell you, hey, we're gonna be starting to get more into no jumper antics because this was a crazy episode, bro. So let me tell you the scoop behind a little bit of what happened behind this episode, what I found out, because like when you get into the no jumper iceberg, I'm gonna be bringing y'all into the fold of a lot what's going on as far as like the whole no jumper universe. So dude right here with the white, J Hood, was really supposed to come. He had an agreement to do a play with somebody that was had beef with dude with the red right here, Munchie B. So the original play was for J Hood to come on stream, and like you see the way they're about to start arguing right now. What the play was supposed to be was for, like, you see the way, and now this is why I gotta say you gotta look at Adam. It's really Adam, man. I don't know if he the Godfather or he really not scared to get hurt in these streets. But let me tell you how dangerous this could have really got, because if this play would have went how dudes wanted it to go, somebody would have really died, bro. So let me tell you, J Hood was supposed to, the rent he's about to make, before I play this clip, he was supposed to make this rent, and dude with the red was supposed to start talking up for Aunt Hefe, and then J Hood was supposed to slap him. That's how that play was supposed to go. It wasn't supposed to go like Sporty Face start talking up for him. But I think, listen, you got to read the room. He is blind, and you can see J Hood energy. J Hood is, he's a crash out. I think J Hood gonna bang for whoever paying him. It ain't red or blue with him. It's green. That's just my opinion. Because I said, like, I've been seeing J Hood come on the stream a couple times, so I kind of know his personality. And the person who paying him is the person who he riding for. Even though he blood too. Or I don't know what he is, but green is the main color. That's the, in this whole gang shit, green is the main color. So we're gonna play this clip right now. But yeah, the backstory behind all of this, they always got some crazy ish going on in No Jumper, man.
Before it happened, that's like telling. Mm-hmm. Everybody saying it was a DP, It wasn't no DP. We don't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. And that's A-Train gangster business. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah. He's from Pacoima.
Yeah, you put...
No, he's not.
My dad.
From Lancaster, right?
Yeah,
I'm from the 661.
Yeah.
From AV.
Yeah.
But you went to P-Night?
I went to Highland.
You went to Highland? I know some niggas went to P-Night. Shout out to my 661.
Yeah. Bro. My dad from over there.
From 2P, though, he from, like Unc.
Yeah.
Like Whack.
He said his dad is like a Whack disciple.
Whack my Unc.
Yeah, we got two Whack lovers on here and a Lush.
I love Whack. I love Whack and...
a Whack lover.
Now, this is the setup right here. Now, this is where I say, I got love for Adam, but this is where I don't, because let me tell you, right? And listen, I'm not gonna get into the whole blackity black, white, that. I'm not gonna get into that. But what I'm gonna say is this play would have got somebody killed, man. This play would have went down somebody, and probably, maybe, I like the fact that this play just ended up with somebody just shooting the fair one. They caught a fade and it was over. But if this play would have went down, somebody would have died, definitely.
Yeah, we all whack lovers. That's my uncle. That's family. That's family. Dead homies. I'm team whack. Dead homies. Whatever issue with whack got an issue with me. Dead homies.
Everybody issue with cuz. I don't fuck with cuz at all.
Yeah, but y'all got like studio beef. Y'all ain't got no real beef, bro. That ain't real. In the streets, y'all ain't trying to hurt each other.
Ooh, tell him that.
Yeah, y'all ain't trying to hurt each other, bro. Cause I'm here. Dead homies, like I'm rocking with whack. Dead homies.
Okay,
That's my family. Like I can see. That's like you meet this nigga from 40s, cuz. This deeper than rap, nigga. This family.
Now I'ma say this, right? I'ma say this, bro. Kudos to Munchie B, because I'ma tell you this. If anybody watch No Jumper, and if anybody know what's really going on behind this shit, Munchie B was supposed to walk right into this one. He was supposed to walk right into this one, bro. It wasn't supposed to go how it went. So this is why when he say I'm team whack and all of that, Munchie B was supposed to start going in F him, then that's how it was supposed to go. So it's crazy how.
Yeah,
Well, nigga said what he said, bro, right?
I don't know what he said. I don't even be following that internet. I just know that's my family.
No, I'm talking about I said what I said.
Spody hates wax so much that he be putting fake news on.
What you say?
Gay.
I definitely don't put nothing fake about
You
it.
call him gay.
You can't call one
no
nigga gay and
evidence.
not call everybody gay. You can't call one nigga gay and not call everybody gay.
What that be?
Man, you know what's going on. You can't call one nigga gay if you're not talking about the gay niggas in your community, bro.
Who gay in the community?
You know what's going on, fool.
I really don't.
I don't.
You know, I'm not about to go back and forth on
I'm not going back and forth either.
Yeah, me neither.
Dead home, what that supposed to mean?
Bro, what like you seem like you got an intent though. Like what?
We can squabble.
You said what?
We can squabble.
Nah, come on. Let's just pause, man.
We go around the corner.
Call, bro.
Or we go around the corner. We win.
That's easy.
Hey, this is where I get on Adam. Hey, Adam, bro. Let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you, bro. I'm laughing right now, but the situation is not funny. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing because if you know this whole game, if you know this whole YouTube game, and you know how this shit really go, and if you know how No Jumper really goes, this situation is something that we can laugh and talk about because it played out the way it did. But like I don't want to be redundant. When Adam say, "Hey, let's just pod, bro," listen, like, I don't want to say that Adam be knowing about the plays, but it's sort of like it's like, you know, when you do something and so somebody do something to you and they try to say, "Oh, I ain't know," and you be like, "Don't be stupid, you ain't stupid," or you do something and you be like, "Oh, I ain't know," and they be like, "Don't be stupid." That's what I'm saying about Adam. Like, shit be happening. Like, all right, he might not known about the play with J Hood gonna slap Munchie B allegedly, but okay, you know, you couldn't put Sporty Face next to J Hood, but to have J Hood next to Munchie B, like I said, I don't know. Niggas be running plays, but like I said, this internet. This is what I will say, bro. This is what I will say. I haven't been podcasting. I haven't been making streams, but I want to say this because I've been watching. Still, I've been watching the landscape of everything. If you get into this game and you want to move how some of these people move, know that it's like getting in the streets too, and you can get killed and can get touched. And Adam, so far, since he's the bag, I don't know, man.
Well, all right, ain't nothing else to talk about.
Stop talking about
All right, I'm gonna talk about it, bro. We gonna squabble after this, bro. It's cool.
This escalated quickly.
No, it ain't escalating. This regular program, fool. We ain't.
That's nigga, that's PC.
No, that ain't. That's what, nigga. How me calling you for a baby PC?
Nah, we could have did that on there. You online doing all that.
I'm not online, bro. This is a conversation that brung up.
Nah, it seemed you should have.
Bro, come on, call me PC again. Let's swap right now, bro. All right, come on, let's go.
Wait, bro, this
Let's
is.
go.
Oh, wait. What the fuck? Yo.
Yeah, that shit.
Yo, hold
They're gonna.
They about to go.
I mean, maybe it's like somebody should go watch so they could kind of tell us what happens.
it ain't no breaking it up.
People think it's a play. That's
They might think that shit.
Hey, y'all scream. Make sure y'all scream record that shit.
Are they really gonna go do that in the parking lot?
Yo.
At least they ain't do it on the podcast, Goofy.
This is so unexpected, bro.
I will say that those are two people that I'm not really like worried about the liability necessarily, because I feel like they just. gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's not like
Hey,
they're like the
listen.
last.
Now this is what I meant by now Sporty Face and J Hood. They could fight and come back in and sit down. Those are two real gang members. Those ain't two. They ain't two YNs. And no disrespect to no YNs. They ain't two young boys. And no, they ain't two crash outs that can't coexist. Those are two gang members, and that's their culture. So they could they can get into it, and that that's acceptable. That conflict, the way that conflict played out, it was a conflict that didn't. Okay, say if we did think it was a play, the way the conflict happened, you can't tell if it was a play or not. And it happened in front of everybody, and they got it on in front of everybody, and we see what's happening. So, like I said, now if the play would have went, now if the alleged play that was supposed to happen with J Hood slapping Munchie B would have happened, that would have ended with death. Let me tell you. So, with somebody dying, I don't know, but man, we 20 minutes over the our limit. MDO podcast. We be back tomorrow night, man. We out of here, man.